My name is Yu Yuan.
My name is Cheng Cheng.
My name is Zheng Junxiang.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Fan Yue. This is Liu Yuwen. This is Xiang Zhengjun. This is Ying Congcong. Today we are here to deliver a presentation about a research by us. Title of this presentation is To What Extent Are Students Satisfied with their own academic performance in PDIS program? The daily data can impact academic performance. This presentation will be divided into 4 parts, including introduction, methodology, results and limitation, and the last one, data suggestion. Firstly, I will begin with the introduction. Successful academic performance is important because it directly decides the positive outcome of students after graduating. There is nothing out of the blue. Our research shows that students with good level or high degree of education are more probably to be employed and paid a high level of salary. So for most students, they have paid much more attention on improving their academic performance. So this is also the reason for us to pick this topic for our research. At the first stage of our research, we surveyed 20 PDIS students about satisfaction with their own recent academic performance through questionnaires. Interestingly, after analyzing the answers from questionnaire, we found only 4 students satisfied with their academic performance, and 6 students thought their academic performance not satisfactory. This result was out of our expectation. As for the reason of dissatisfaction with their own academic performance, these 6 students all thought low learning efficiency is the biggest barrier for them to achieve an excellent performance in his PDIS program. Concerning their low learning efficiency, most of them thought language and the new academic atmosphere are main difficulties for them, and only 1 student thought his low learning efficiency was due to he getting ill before. This reason attracted our attention and thinking. Because as long as people talk about what can impact international students' learning efficiency, language and academic environment are mentioned frequently, but the students' health is always ignored. So we decided to pay our all focuses on impact of health. Following that, we draw a hypothesis. Firstly, as you can see, we thought daily diet can impact health because unhealthy diet often causes illness like diarrhea, and when students fell ill, they would not concentrate on their studies, and at last their academic performance will be largely impacted. So we easily to draw this hypothesis. Daily diet can impact academic performance. So in order to prove this hypothesis, we do this research. Next, welcome my partner Ewan to introduce methodology of this research. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emma, to tell us about introduction. Now let's move to methodology. For this research, the main methodology is case study. In the first step, we selected a PDIS student as our study case who is unsatisfied with his academic performance. In the second step, we recorded his studies and the degree of concentration when he was studying after breakfast and lunch from Monday to Wednesday. In these 3 days, according to his own eating habits, he had breakfast and lunches. After After each breakfast and lunch, we provided with him a form to record his degree of concentration. In the third step, we changed the diet and by adding some healthy food, and we recorded his level of concentration through the same method with the last step. In the fourth step, we compared with different 3 days data, surveyed him about satisfaction with all academic performance again. As we can see, from Monday to Wednesday, he did not eat healthily, especially on Monday morning. He didn't have anything for breakfast. In other 2 days, he also only had a little in the morning. And his lunches in these 3 days were not very healthy. This table recorded his degree of concentration, and these blue stars represent the level of concentration. Obviously, on Monday, because of his unhealthy diet, his focus were not very concentrated. From Thursday to Saturday, we added a lot of. That's the end of my part.
Okay.
Now.
One more minute. One more minute.
Okay. From Thursday to Saturday, we added a lot of nutrition foods like protein from egg and milk, vegetables and fruits, provided with him vitamins. Again, we recorded this 3 day situation with the form. Evidently, we find the level of concentration was improved. After these 6 days, we asked him the same question, and his answer is better than before. That's the end of my part. Now, Xiang Zhenjun will coming up to introduce the results and the limitation.
Hello everyone. Important. Let me introduce the results and the limitation. According to the figure from the previously record, we choose 2 typical days, which is Monday and Thursday, to analyze and to show the relation between the degree of concentration and the timetable. Let's begin. Let's start with Monday. It can be seen that from 9:30 to 11:30, the line is dramatic decline, and the degree of concentration is becoming lower and lower from 3 to 1. In addition, let's move on to Thursday, and as you can see, the peak of it is from 7:30 to 10:30 and it lasts for an hour. And the degree of the concentration until 12:30 is from 4 to 3. So comparing with Monday, the degree of concentration is higher at every moment. according to the previously breakfast menu that which my partner has introduced before, the result of this line chart is the quality of food affect the students' concentration. Having a balanced diet affects the students concentrates their attention. Next, this is the second line chart. This line chart shows from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. The Thursday's degree of concentration is also higher than the Mondays. So our result is a balanced diet decides the learning efficiency, and the learning efficiency also affects academic performance. And next, let me explain the limitation of our research. As you can see, we have listed three external factors that we cannot control. The first one is the neighbor environment, which means the neighbor of our case study student may infect him. For example, making noise will affect the student's sleeping hour. And the second is the personal emotion, which means the person's emotion decides if he is willing to study or not. If the person feels frustrated or worried like these terrible emotions, he cannot pay more attention on his studies. And the third one is the personal study ability and skills. It depends on the persons. If the person has an excellent study ability and he can learn more efficiently. Next, welcome my next partner, In Zong Zong, to introduce the diet suggestions. Thank you very much.
Okay, and then I will, thanks for my partners, and then I will introduce some suggestions which are from professors in Delft and the conclusion of our research. Basis professors' research, they found that women need about 2,000 calories a day, and a man need about 2,500 calories a day. If people intake more calories than they need a day, will result to obesity. So professors give our 8 suggestions in our Delft. Firstly, base your meals on starchy carbohydrates, such as potatoes, pasta, rice, and so on. They're beyond starchy carbohydrate foods. And then eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Eat more fish, including a portion of holy fish. They can provide quantity of nutrient which our people need every day. Next, please cut down on saturated fat and sugars. Saturated fat was being found in butters, chocolate, cheese, and fatty cuts of meat. It means we have to say goodbye with the junk foods. They are the arch criminal of people weight increase fast. Of course, please remember eat less salt and get active and be a healthy wheels, because obesity is the source of many diseases. Finally, notice 2 limitations. Don't get thirsty and don't skip breakfast. They're very important in our life. Overall, in this study, we are focused on food, and food can influence PDS program students' learning efficient or not. We use the case study to research the relationship between doubt and academic performance. The results show that balanced doubt is beneficial to students' academic performance. However, this study being influenced by environment and personal factors. So in future study, we need use more methods and more cases. Final and is our bibliography. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you. Can I see your bibliography again? I was just looking down. I missed it. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Any questions for this group? No. So I found it interesting that you asked your research participant, your case study, how he felt about his performance after a few days, after you added different things to his diet. Do you think that this would change satisfaction with PDIS if everybody had helpful breakfast and healthy lunch?
Yeah, because for our PDI students, we have a lot of stress in the PDIS program. So maybe change up some kinds of the balanced diet will help to pay more attention on his study and to learn more efficiently.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only helpful things we need to do on this program.
And how did you define healthy at the beginning? How did you define what a healthy diet was?
We researched something online, and the balanced diet is we according to the online diet.
Okay, so with your online research, you find out what a good balanced meal would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you all.